all the 7 wonders. There's nothing that we won't see. No matter where we go, you're always there with you, a true protector in me. Tell you that I want you and that I need you. Tell me that you understand, and I will tell you that I want you and that I need you. Make me the happiest man. And baby, I can't stop smiling. I'm excited. I'm living in Wonderland with you by my side. I'm flying, I'm gliding. I hope that I never land. I hope 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 I never land.
Hello everyone, it's Kieran here at Magical Traveller. Hope you're having a great day. I just thought I would change the content of this episode. I know originally this was going to be kind of a bit of a catch-all, and we were talking about kind of what holiday offers we've got and what the trends are. But it's been a really manic week, I'll be honest. It's been very busy. So everyone's obviously getting excited for all this summer holidays coming up. So it's been very busy. So thank you for everybody who has booked holidays with us this week. And thank you for anyone who sent inquiries over to us. Definitely appreciate it. But what I thought I did today, hence why I've got my Disney Mickey ears on today, is I thought I would talk about something that I've been getting quite a lot of questions about, and that's sailing with Disney Cruise Line. We originally fell in love with Disney Cruise Line. We did it for our honeymoon back in 2016, which feels ages ago, but it wasn't actually that long ago. I fell in love with just cruise in general. That's what kind of set us off on this amazing journey of exploring cruise holidays, but also kind of Disney cruise as well. Now that I've sailed kind of lots of other different cruise lines, I appreciate now just how different and how special Disney is with how they approach things. But what I thought I'd talk about today is more the fact that we have the Disney Dream sailing both this year and next year as well from Southampton. Now, Disney are an incredible cruise line. They're obviously perfect for the whole family, but we've gone on as a couple as well, and we've had an amazing adult-only break as well. So if you're somebody who loves kind of getting that Disney magic, then definitely consider taking a Disney cruise. Now, Disney have shared this video with us, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of a 30-second teaser about kind of what Disney Cruise Line's about and what Disney Dream is all about, and then we'll kind of have a bit more of a chat about what's available on board and what makes Disney so special. So that offer was more aimed at kind of this summer, and that offer actually unfortunately has ended now, but it just gives you a good overview of kind of Disney Cruise Line and how beautiful their ships are. Now, you are going to get the Disney magic on board, and that's the main reason why you're going to be booking. You're kind of booking to have an amazing Disney holiday on board these beautiful ships, and sailing kind of to really beautiful places as well. Now, typically Disney at the moment, they have 5 ships currently in service. They've got 2 smaller ships that take roughly about 2,500 people, and then they've got, where is it now? So you've got the Dream, the Magic, you've got 3 currently in service as well now. So you've got the Disney Dream, the Fantasy, and their newest ship, the Disney Wish. They're all roughly going to be around about the 4,500 to 5,000 people on board. So they're a lot bigger as well, though. But because they're bigger, they come packed with loads of features. The great news is this summer, for the first time ever, Disney is sending over the Disney Dream. We've never had this ship sailing in Europe before. She's currently sailing around the Greek Isles, so definitely think ahead more for next year. That's the whole point of this live today, is more to talk about what's coming to Disney in the future rather than kind of what you can get right now. So this summer, yes, you can sail around Europe in kind of at the moment they're doing the Greek Isles and the Mediterranean. Then she's heading up here to do a couple of very short kind of 3 and 4 night breaks, which I'll have more information on next year because we've got more next year, which is really exciting. And then she's going to do kind of Norwegian fjords, British Isles, things like that as well, before then heading back over to the Caribbean to spend winter in the Caribbean. Good news is she's coming back next year as well, then, so we can have the Disney Dream with us next year. So what I'm going to do, and I haven't actually set this up, so bear with me 1 second. The thing is, well, if you guys have any questions as well whilst you're watching, watching this, you can ask them in the chat, and in theory they should pop through to me here and I should be able to see them, and I can bring them up on the screen as well. So if you've got any questions about kind of what it's like to sail with Disney, anything you've never really understood about sailing with Disney, by all means pop them on and we can have a look at that for you. So whilst I just work out how to share my second screen. And again, this is all information that's available on the Disney website. I haven't gone through to kind of doing anything extra for this just because why reinvent the wheel when Disney have such amazing content on their website. But just so you know, the prices you see on the Disney website, we are at the least the exact same price. We usually have a lot of exclusive offers running as well. So extra savings or extra onboard credit perks that you can get if you book with us. But you are more than welcome to kind of have a look around the Disney website, get inspired for your holiday, then come back to us and let us know what you're thinking of doing. But this is kind of jumping ahead now too. So you can see here, these are the sailings now for next year. So they're going to have extra 3 4-night sailings sailing from Southampton as well, including a new 5-night sailing as well, doing kind of the northern tip of Europe as well, kind of doing Spain and Spain, sorry, the Spanish coast, or the northern Spanish coast. So these are all completely brand new, and we'll get into a bit more detail about them in a second, but just to show you those sailings as well, and again, on board the beautiful Disney Dream. Now, just to show you around, the reason why Disney is so good for families is their cabins, or staterooms as they like to call them, are a lot bigger as well. So they have a series of cabins called family verandas as well, or family staterooms. So just to give you a look now, that's an inside cabin. What's really cool is they do come as well with a magic porthole. So you are going to have this little magic porthole, which is a live camera to outside of the ship as well. But the Disney characters will actually come as well and kind of wave at you as you go past. So sometimes you'll see Jasmine and Aladdin flying past on carpet. There you can see the starfish from Finding Nemo. So all through the day, all the Disney characters will come and interact to you on your virtual porthole as well, which is a really nice feature of those kind of inside cabins. Then you've got the ocean view category. This is, again, standard for all cruise lines, but this is how Disney do it as well. So you've got your ocean view. These are going to be the cabins that have windows, so you can get a kind of actual window outside, so you can look outside. I like this on Disney because it's kind of that happy medium between saving a little bit of money, but still having that connection to the outside. But again, you've got that option. But again, you do have then the deluxe family stateroom, which the unique thing about them is as well as they feature extra bathrooms. So I think I've got a picture of it in the next one, hopefully on verandas they show you. And then veranda is going to be where your balcony is then as well. So that's kind of going to be where you're going to have your actual balcony to step outside and take in the amazing fresh air and all those amazing ports you're going to be sailing to. The unique thing, and I don't think they actually have any pictures of it, but the unique thing about their family verandas, so any of them that are kind of listed as family, they have the split bathroom features as well. And you're going to get the extra double bed as well, as in sofa bed that converts to double bed. And that gives you the chance then for 2 of you to get ready at the same time. So you've got 2 wash basins, you've got 1 shower unit, 2 toilets. It's fantastic. We loved it. It's really nice to kind of have that split bathroom feature on board Disney Cruise Line, so you can kind of get the whole family. In fact, actually, let's check the gallery because I'm sure there's pictures in here somewhere. There we go. So you're going to have that kind of washroom and bathroom, and then you're going to have the separate then bathroom as well, just for kind of getting ready. Again, it's just such a cool, nice little extra feature to have as well. Then if you really want to go fancy, you could look at going into concierge class with Disney as well. Now, these are going to be the most beautiful rooms. They've got slightly different furnishings to make them look a little bit more luxe, but you are then going to have your own concierge host as well. So think of it as kind of like somebody who's going to be booking all the onboard activities and entertainment for you. You are going to get a head start as well on booking those activities. And I will say with Disney, if you want to book things like the princess's dinner on board, to have kind of afternoon tea with the princesses or any of the specialty dining, you definitely need a head start because they do sell out literally the day they go on sale as well. So definitely you want to maybe consider, if you are somebody who wants to make the most out of your time on Disney for the price you're paying, then definitely consider looking at the concierge class because you're going to get lots of extra perks. You're also going to have your own lounge as well. And on this class of ship, you're going to have your own little sunroom as well. So you can kind of go and sit in your own little private sun area away from everybody else, and get kind of alcoholic beverages included for happy hour each day, as well as kind of unlimited snacks and drinks as well in your cabin and also in the concierge lounge as well. So again, really, it is worth it. It is a lot of money, but it is totally worth it. So you can see there, the concierge royal suite with veranda is going to be one of the top ones as well you can stay in. So let's see what's next. I forgot what I've got next. So we've done that already. So next in as well. So the really cool thing as well is obviously this is why you're booking a Disney cruise. You're getting all those amazing Disney characters on board as well. So the big thing is as you sail away, well, First of all, when you come on board the ship, you're going to be greeted by not only the Disney cast as well, who are going to be greeting you by family. So they say Disney Fantasy, or in this case, Disney Dream, welcome on board the Eccles Miller family. And everyone on board claps as you kind of come on board. You're given a great big kind of standing ovation as you get on board. And then you kind of meet all the Disney characters then in the foyer as well who are going to be there. But they're going to be throughout the whole ship as well. So you're going to kind of get to meet all your favorite Disney characters, all the ones you know and love. The princesses, Lilo and Stitch are going to be on board. Obviously, then the Fab Five, as we call them. So Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, Donald. Daisy's on board as well. The princesses, like I say. So there's loads and loads of chance to have fun with the characters as well. But for Sail Away, so you're going to have the new Sail Away party as well, which is... That's the magic and wonder of the Sail Away. But you're going to have as well the Sail Away party on board. So a really fun Sail Away party with all the Disney characters. They come out and there's kind of confetti going off and everything. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Great way to start your cruise. And you know then as well, especially when you hear the Disney whistle as well. So the fact that the Disney horn plays when you wish upon a star as you're sailing away as well. There's nothing like, honestly, it's the most magical experience at sea. Then we're going to look at dining as well, because obviously that's going to be the big thing as well. So where are you going to eat? Now, all cruise fares across the industry are generally all full board cruises. So you're going to have your breakfast, dinner, and lunch included. Usually, breakfast and dinner is going to be in the buffet. And then some cruise lines will have a sit-down restaurant you can go into. And then your evening meal can be in the main restaurant or in the buffet if you're somebody who wants something casual. There are no dress codes on Disney. So Disney do have optional dress code nights. Usually on a 7-night voyage, you get a formal night and a semi-formal night. On the shorter voyages, you'll probably get a formal night. Again, totally optional. You're not going to be kind of told you can't go into the dining room if you don't want to dress up on board Disney. It's totally come as you are, as you love to. I normally in my Disney t-shirts eating dinner, and then we dress up on formal night as well, just to kind of have that really nice formal evening on board. And this is unique as well to the Disney Dream. So to the ship that's going to be in Europe next year, you're going to have vanilla peach sweets and treats. Now, this is an extra charge, but this is going to be kind of where you're going to get all those really lovely desserts. You're going to be able to get kind of sweets and things like that as well to kind of treat yourself. It's a lot of fun, and obviously it's themed after Wreck-It Ralph then as well. So that is an extra charge, just to be aware of that. But it is a really cool, unique spot that is only available currently on the Disney Dream. Then as well, then the main dining rooms you can have on board. So the way Disney do dining, they have something called rotational dining. So rather than going into the same dining room every single evening and having your meal in the same restaurant with the same waiting staff, Disney have 3 main dining rooms on board their ships, and they're all themed slightly differently. And then what you'll find is you'll dine in, say, for example, in this case, you'll dine in Royal Court on the first night. So you will have... sorry, my brain went blank. That's an experience. That's not the actual dining room. So let's start again. Sorry. So say on your first night, you're going to be an animator's palette. So animator's palette is where you become an animator. So as you sit down, you have a placemat and you get to draw yourself on the placemat, and then it gets taken away. And then as your meal happens, then all the screens come alive and they animate around you. Crush from Finding Nemo will come out and he'll come and talk to you, swim by your screen, your table, and have a chat to you. And then just before dessert comes up, then your character you've drawn is animated into all your favorite Disney films. So like The Jungle Book, The Lion King, you're dancing with all the characters. It's honestly, it's a really magic show. And then at the end, the Mickey Mouse comes out, and then you get a seal of approval that you are a certified Disney animator. It's really, really cool magic dining experience. Again, that happens on all the ships. All the ships, apart from the Disney Wish, have animator's palette. It's a lot of fun. So day 1, you'll be an animator's palette. Day 2, that's speciality. So let's skip ahead. Speciality ice cream treats. Sorry, I've lost where they've gone now. Enchanted Garden. There we go. So I've lost where that is. So day 2, then you'll be in Enchanted Garden, which is going to be a beautiful kind of garden inspired with kind of the trellis ceiling and everything. And then as the evening progresses, the sun starts setting, so all the lighting changes and all the ceiling lights and all the flowers bloom and open up around you. It's really magic. So night 2, you'll be in Enchanted Garden, and then hopefully I can find the last one then as well. There it is. And then on night 3, you'll be in Royal Palace as well. So this is going to be where kind of themed after all the princesses. This is where I got confused, sorry, because this is the actual restaurant, whereas the other one was a dining experience in the restaurant. So this again is usually where breakfast, dinner, and lunch is if you want to have a sit-down breakfast, dinner, or lunch. But this is going to be themed after all the Disney princesses as well. So you're going to have lots of beautiful artwork inspired by the princesses and lots of little subtle touches as well, inspired by the princesses. So then on day 3, you'll dine in Royal Palace, and everyone's on a different rotation. But then what will happen, and sorry, I'm going to have no way of knowing where they are. There we go. Then on day 4, you'll start back again in Animator's Palette. And then day 5, you'll go into Enchanted Garden. Day 6, you'll go into Royal Palace. The best thing about this is as well is your wait team will follow you. So the people who are serving you kind of your meals and your drinks, they're going to be the same people. So what will happen is they'll get to know kind of what allergies you have. They get to know kind of what the kids like. So if the kids don't like tomatoes in food, if they don't like certain things, they like food. If you like your meal service to maybe be a bit quicker, so you kind of like your food to be quite fast, so you can get out and enjoy the rest of the ship. They pick up on that and then they follow you around. So they get to know that. So as soon as you're dining on day 2, they go, great, cool, no worries. We've got this, we can recommend this meal for you. But as we know, so-and-so doesn't enjoy tomatoes, so we can definitely take the tomatoes out for you. I've spoken to chef already. If you'd like to take that, we can totally do that for you. They follow you around, so they get to know kind of what you like as well. In our case, Phil, my husband, is gluten-free, so they're very aware of that. And every day they work with him and they just say, cool, so tomorrow's menu is this. This is what we can do for you. I've spoken to chef and chef said he's happy to do this for you. And there is no gluten-free dessert tomorrow, but chef has promised me he's going to create something specially for you. So they work with you to kind of get to know you and how you like to eat and dine on board as well. So again, 3 beautiful main dining rooms, Animator's Palette, Enchanted Garden, and then Royal Palace as well. So you're going to kind of dine through each one of those, regardless of how long you're on board for. At least one's on every single sailing as well on board the Disney Dream. Then if you are an adult couple going, or you want to have kind of an adult-only meal, there are 2 specialty restaurants on board. Now, we've dined in Paolo. Paolo's a fantastic kind of Italian-inspired restaurant. Again, there is an extra charge for this, but say like if you wanted to put the kids maybe in the kids club, so go and have dinner with them. A lot of families we work with, what they'll do is they'll go and have a family meal together. They won't eat, but they will kind of go and sit with the kids to have the family meal. Then they'll go take the kids to the kids club and sign them in there, because obviously the kids can't leave the kids club until they're signed out. Don't worry, you get a mobile phone so they can reach you in case of an emergency. But then you go and enjoy a lovely adult-only meal as well. But in Paolo's, the adult-only restaurant. There is also going to be, if I can find it, is Remy's as well. So Remy's is also going to be another level up again. This is slightly more expensive, but this is going to be a Michelin star level, again, adult-only restaurant as well. That is going to be on board both the Disney Dream and the Fantasy. So again, the Dream is coming to Europe next year. Again, you're going to have that amazing signature dining experience as well for adult only again. So don't think that just because it's a Disney cruise ship and it's got loads of amazing kids clubs, it's only going to be for the kids. There's tons of options for the adults to have an amazing time on board Disney as well. And then just to kind of talk about some of the lighter snacks, if you're thinking, what am I going to be eating during the daytime? Like I said, you can go into the Royal Palace and have a sit-down meal if you wanted to. But then equally, you can eat in Cabanas. So Cabanas is going to be the buffet restaurant. It's located at the back of the ship. It has gorgeous panoramic views everywhere. Kind of every port you're in, so it's gorgeous to kind of dine in. So that's going to be where kind of your buffet meals are going to be. So breakfast, dinner, and evening meals if you wanted to. But then equally as well, there's loads of eateries around the pool and across the ship as well. So the main one that I ate in quite a lot was ice cream treats. So again, if you wanted to get kind of soft serve ice cream, you can totally do that. You just help yourself to it, or depending on how they're operating it, sometimes they run it, so you just tell them what flavor you want, and they will give you an ice cream, and then you can have all the toppings you want on there as well. That's really cool. Includes a new cruise fare as well, so you don't have to pay for the soft serve ice cream. Gelato, you do have to pay for. Soft serve, you don't have to pay for. But then equally as well, then they have upcharge as well. So if you wanted like a smoothie, or you wanted like a really fancy dessert, then you could totally do that as well. There's loads of eateries around there. The majority of the food is included. There's just a handful of more of those kind of signature things that are a little bit more of an extra charge. We've talked about Royal Palace. There was one more, Vanilla Peas we've talked about. I've lost it then. But there's also lots of things like there's a burger joint, there's a pizza place, there's a salad place around as well, all around the pool area as well. So if you're enjoying a lovely day here on the pool deck, then you're going to be able to kind of go, and it's usually, I think it's either under here or the other side. It's the other side under, where you can kind of get pizza and things like that as well. So it's really easy to get really kind of light bites and snacks as well. So you don't have to go to the buffet if you don't want to, if you're enjoying the pool. Speaking of the pool then, so this is going to be the pool on board the Disney Dream as well, which includes the very first water coaster at sea as well, which is called the Aqueduct. Now, this is a really cool water coaster. So it actually shoots you all around the pool deck in this clear tube, so you get some really gorgeous views as well. It goes inside the funnel, so it actually starts up here. So you climb up into the funnel. This funnel's not real. Disney has 2 funnels. One of them's real, the other one's not. But you climb up into the funnel, and then slide all the way around here, then over the edge of the ship in the clear plastic or glass tube, and then all the way around the pool deck, all the way around the other side until then you stop at the other side. It's a lot of fun. There's all lights and music playing when you're going through it as well. It's a lot of fun. I love the Aqueduct. And again, you've got lots of pools as well, plenty of pool spaces. I forgot what this one's called. It's got different names on each ship, but there's like a small family slide as well there. There's also, and I think I've got it here, Nemo Reef. Here we go. So it's really fun as well. I can see the names of everything now, so I know what I've actually got open. So this is Nemo Reef as well, which is going to be with little kids. So this is going to be more for your toddlers. So if they want to kind of have a splash and a play, then Nemo Reef is where you're going to do that. And again, it's all themed after all the characters from Finding Nemo as well. Don't think as well, however, there's only the kids who get their own pool. Again, the reason why I love the Disney Dream and the Fantasy is they have their own adult areas as well, but they're actually bigger than the other ships as well. So the first area you're going to get to is Quiet Cove. Now, Quiet Cove is on all Disney ships, but there's going to be a little quiet adult-only area pool where there's usually a bar there as well. And in fact, I got the bar open. Let me find where it is. Satellite currency. We go. So this is going to be the adult lounge as well. So in the adult only area, you're going to have also this space as well, which is going to be where you can get your cocktails. But this is located quite conveniently there to Quiet Cove Pool. So again, if you are looking to kind of get time away from the kids, again, those kids are loving those kids clubs where they're playing and making flubber. They're learning how to cook. They're going on a Star Wars adventure. They're meeting Marvel superheroes. You can then sit here in the Quiet Cove as well. There is also a coffee shop, which is what I think that space there is. They're all slightly different. I've only been on the Fantasy. The Fantasy is the sister ship to the Dream. Just some venues have moved around. But you've got the coffee shop in this area as well. There's a hot tub off the side of it as well. That's adult only again. So again, you've got a beautiful adult only sanctuary as well on board Disney. And then, like I mentioned, then Satellite Falls is going to be at the next level up again in the adult only area. This is going to be a bit quieter. They're both quite quiet. However, this is going to be a little bit quiet because it's a little bit more remote, but you're going to have this nice circular area where there's this kind of like trickling shower fountain where you can just go in and cool off. It's more of a cool off pool. So me and Phil actually spent quite a lot of time in Satellite Falls on the Caribbean sailing, just because it was really lovely just to kind of go in, sit down with a book in the slight shade. So this is kind of summer in the shade, summer in the open air. So it's really lovely to kind of go. This is actually one of my favorite spots on board Disney because it's really nice to kind of just have a nice quiet space to sit down and chill. What's next? I've done that. So this is going to be the family pool again. So this is going to be the Mickey pool. We've also got another one, the Donald pool. And then you can just about see it there as well. This is funnel vision. So this is going to be where they're going to show kind of lots of Disney movies as well. So you can be in the pool, relaxing with the family, sat in a sun lounger watching it. And then you could be watching kind of some of the Disney classic films like Tangled, Frozen. You can watch them all there then under the sun. And then in the evening, you could do it under the stars as well then. Get a pizza. We did it loads. We watched so many films while we were just kind of eating a pizza and relaxing kind of on the ship, enjoying the weather. A lot of fun, really cool space to do that as well. Funnel Puddle, I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing that's one of the smaller pools. Currents we've talked about, which is the, like I said, the adult cocktail lounge. Now, there's also an adult-only district as well, and this is the reason why me and Phil love it so much. And there's so many venues. There's usually around about like 6 or 7 venues inside the adult district. My personal favorite, and if you listen to the podcast, you'll know this, it's going to be Skyline. Skyline's incredible. So you can just see now there in the background, you've got these giant floor-to-ceiling windows, but those windows magically transform to different skylines around the world. On the Fantasy, anyway, at least it changes to skylines around Europe because the adult district has a bit of a European theme. I don't actually know. Get the impression that it's slightly different. It says here from around the world. So you're going to have places like London, Barcelona, Hong Kong, New York. So I'm guessing it's a little bit different on the Dream than there is on the Fantasy. But again, you're going to have those amazing skyline views while you're sat there sipping cocktails. And then you can also get like a martini float as well. So you can kind of pre-book 7, I think it is, martinis. And each one of those martinis is going to be themed after the different destinations that the screens magically transform into. The best thing as well, there's loads of hidden Mickeys. And hidden Mickeys are kind of like Easter eggs in Disney term. So as you're kind of looking through and watching those screens transform, you'll see things like Mickey Mouse maybe will walk past one of the windows. You maybe see C-3PO and R2-D2. There's lots of like little fun details like that hidden away in all those little screens as well. So it's a lot of fun just to kind of sit there and just see, did I just see Goofy walking past that window? Really cool. And again, the cocktails are amazing. I'm just going to quickly run through because a lot of these are going to be kind of the adult only. There's Cove Cafe, which is again the adult only coffee shop as well. So it's in the adult district. But again, it's a coffee shop. So again, a lot of people sit there and read books and while having a coffee. This coffee is an extra charge. You can get filter coffee included for free if you go to Cabanas, the buffet station. But if you want a barista style coffee, this is where you'll get it from. They do really cool things as well. So they can actually print now on top of the coffee cups as well. So you can print kind of Mickey Mouse and things like that on board the coffee shops. There is another coffee shop in the foyer as well, which is available for the whole family. So you don't have to go just to the adult only area. Just this one is in the adult only area. District Lounge again. So these are just some of the lounges. Again, this is going to be one of the quiet. So the way it works is you go into kind of the adult only area, and then through kind of the area, there's going to be lots of different spaces. So one of them is going to be Skyline. You're going to find District Lounge as well, which, if I'm right, this is going to be the central hub as well. So kind of this is where you kind of walk in and you'll have this in front of you. There's a little buffet station there for kind of late night snacks as well if you are up late drinking. And then you're going to find all these other venues then dotted around it. So one of them is going to be Skyline, as I mentioned. Next one's going to be Pink. And then you're going to find then the main lounge then. So this is where all the kind of entertainment's going to be. It's going to be where the late night disco is going to be. So all the adult game shows, they're going to be happening here in Evolution, which is the nightclub, which is deemed to look like a butterfly, basically. So that's where this is going to happen, and you can just see it there now, the different lounges. Then you've got Pub 687. So this is going to be kind of your sports bar-esque venue on board. This is where you're going to find kind of your traditional kind of British pub themed area type of thing. So that's on board as well. So if you're somebody who just wants a casual drink in a nice little pub environment, you can totally do that. And then Meridian Lounge as well. Now, Meridian Lounge is actually the pre-drinks lounge before the two specialty dining restaurants. It's a bit of a hidden gem because it's right at the aft, top back of the ship type of thing. So you get amazing panoramic views of the back of the ship. But it's usually, if you're going for specialty, this is where you'll go for a pre-dinner drink. But it's actually a bit of a hidden gem because not a lot of people know it's there unless they've booked specialty. So it's actually quite nice to go there and just have a bit of a kind of evening cocktail or post-evening cocktail in a slightly quieter lounge that's maybe a little bit out of the way rather than everyone head into the adult district as well. I haven't mentioned about kids clubs actually. So let's see if I can find them now. So the kids clubs on board are incredible. They're called the Oceaneering Lounge. They do have kids clubs from 6 months and up, I believe. Let's check that before I say that. It's a Small World Nursery. It could be 12, sorry. So let me just double check that. Let's see if it tells us the age on here. Small Woods. Yeah, I was correct. Sorry, I should trust my knowledge. So they've got nursery care as well. Then from 6 months up, you can get babysitting service, but babysitting service is extra. But this is designed to be for those who are at least diaper trained. So they won't do kind of things like diaper changing for you, but this is kind of for those who are diaper trained on board. But you do have nursery service then from 6 months till 3 years old. And then you can then have the other kids clubs as well then. So it depends on the ages, which one of these kids clubs the children will go into. So Vibe, and I'm trying to do this from memory, sorry, but Vibe, if I remember rightly, is the kind of more mature kids. Let me open all these and just check this now. So, because they've changed these recently as well. The ages have blurred a little bit more. So this is a teen-only place, and I'll check the teenage. There we go, 14 to 17. So I think this is the eldest one. No, I'm not. Edge is the eldest one. Edge is up to 21, if I'm right. No, I'm wrong. Okay. So Vibe is going to be 14 to 17. So that's going to be kind of for those slightly more older teens again. So they're going to have a lot of activities for the slightly older kids. Then equally, you can have Edge. Edge is going to be for 11 to 14-year-olds. So again, it's just more so they can kind of coordinate the activities for the kids of that age. So some of the activities I saw across both of these clubs was they get to make their own mini movie. Obviously, you're in kind of Disney. They specialize in bringing movies to life and characters to life. So you can go on board and you get to make your own little movie. So you kind of run around the ship and you film your own little scenes. And then you go back into the kids club and then you edit it together on the computers and make your own little movie, obviously, then which you get to take away afterwards. There's loads. They've got dedicated coordinators as well. So there's people looking after the kids and they're the same people, so they get to know them and they get to know what the kids like and tailor the activities as well then for those kids. Then you've got the kind of catch-all club. This is going to be a little bit then kind of wider ranges, but you kind of got the Oceania Lab and Oceania, I'm going to say the word club. Yeah, club. So this is going to be kind of your 3 to 12-year-olds. This is going to be the majority of the kids club. This is the biggest space on board as well, because this is kind of the majority of the kids on board who are looking for kids clubs. But this is going to be where all the characters are going to come out. You're going to be able to go to kind of Andy's bedroom and kind of go down and play in there as well, down the giant slide. This is going to be where you're going to have the Star Wars as well, so you can pilot the Millennium Falcon. It'll be where the Marvel superhero training lab is as well. So you kind of come in and the Marvel superheroes will come in and chat to you and train your kids. Honestly, it's so much fun. We went into the version of this on the Fantasy late nights. They opened it for adult only, and it's so much fun. So I can just imagine kids having an absolute blast. There's tons of activities and games for them to do. The characters come in and tell stories. Honestly, this is obviously what you're paying for, is to have this connection to the Disney characters. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I'll quickly show you a little bit more as well. So Oceania Lab is going to be kind of more where it's the creative side of the Oceania Club. So it's going to be kind of where they're going to make flubber, they're going to do painting and arts and crafts and things like that. So it's the same space, just different sides of the space. They used to kind of split them off by ages even further, but they've kind of merged those ages together to give them more space to share activities. And then, like I say, then this is going to be kind of the slightly more older kids area. And then just to briefly touch upon D Lounge as well, D Lounge as we were calling it. So D Lounge is going to be the family lounge. So this is where bingo's usually going to take place. This is where going to be family game shows. This is where kind of family entertainment is going to happen. So kind of if you're looking for stuff to do in the evening, kind of between meals, or you're not watching one of the headline shows, then totally D Lounge is where you're going to find kind of all those really fun trivia games, activities, and things like that as well happening. And then I should probably touch on shows as well, actually, because they've got some incredible shows on board, live shows and entertainment. So you go into the Walt Disney Theatre. So each ship has the Walt Disney Theatre, and each ship has their own signature show, as well as guest shows. So obviously on the longer sailings, they will bring in guest acts as well off the show to kind of come on board and to entertain you as well. But usually each ship has 3 of their own signature shows, which I'm trying to find. That's the Fantasy, the Dream. No, come on. The Magic, the Wonder, Halloween, Walt Disney Theatre. Sorry, I should have had this ready, but I didn't think to get the entertainment up. Funnily enough, the Disney Dream doesn't show Disney Dreams. That's on the Magic and the Wonder. I did like Disney Dreams, though. It's a really cute show. It's all about kind of just believing in your dreams and trusting yourself. It's a very, very good kind of all-round beautiful Disney show. It's a lot of fun. Oh, they've got golden Mickeys. There we go. And Disney's Believe. Here we go. I've seen Believe as well, because Believe is on the Fantasy as well. So Beauty and the Beast is going to be their signature show that will only be on the Disney Dream. So again, they do their own version of the kind of stage performance of Beauty and the Beast. Again, these are going to be Broadway caliber shows included, completely free as well. So the way it works is you do your meal seating, and then you then go see the show, or the other way around. You see the show, then you go do your dinner. So again, you're going to have Disney Dream on board. And again, the quality, again, as you know and love from Disney, but you're going to have as well the kind of retelling of the classic Disney movie as well, brought to life on stage with all the favorite songs you know and love, all the characters you know and love, with an amazing cast. Honestly, we loved all the shows on board. I'm not going to show all of it, but there's that as well. So you can see all this on the website. Golden Mickey is going to be kind of like a review show. So it's going to be kind of lots of musical performance pieces with all the Disney characters coming out as well. It's really, really highly regarded as well. It's really well loved within the Disney community, because it's also available in some of the theme parks as well, or versions of it are. So again, really, really well loved show across the Disney theme parks. And then Disney Believe as well. This is a really magic show. It's about kind of a father and a daughter, and how come the daughter's full of belief and the dream of the magic, and the dad's a little bit kind of like, no, you need to stop living in the clouds. And then obviously then they learn to kind of keep dreaming and dream big together, and rekindle that kind of childlike wonder in the world as well. So it's actually a really beautiful, touching show. So I really, really enjoyed that. So again, you've got these theatre shows as well. So 3 shows per ship. So you'll see all 3 of them if you go on a 3-night sailing or more. But again, really, really high-end, good productions. Probably talked quite a lot about the ships, longer than I was planning to. But just so you know, destinations you can go to. So as I mentioned, this particular ship sails in Europe in the summer, and then in the winter she does Caribbean. They have year-round sailings from Caribbean as well. So if you are looking to kind of do maybe a Walt Disney World holiday, and then add on a Disney cruise, you could totally do that. So they have a 45-minute-ish drive then from Walt Disney World to Port Canaveral. You could do 7-night sailings. I think you could do longer as well, but typically you can do a 7-night sailing on the Fantasy. This may change next year when the Disney Treasure finally goes on sale, but at the moment anyway, you can do a 7-night sailing, and then you can also do on the newest ship, the Disney Wish, which is a little bit different than this, but again, the same kind of hallmarks of the Disney company. You'll find some amazing shows on board as well. And they're going to be doing kind of 3 and 4-night sailings as well. So you can kind of get sailings from 3 nights right the way through to 7 nights, running year round in the Caribbean. And then in the summer months, and as well, like I say, one ship comes over here to Europe, and then another ship then goes over to Alaska. So you could do Alaska and Hawaii as well if you want to. The Hawaii sailing sells out within about half hour. Honestly, it's insane how fast the Hawaii sailing sells out. But then also in winter now, we also have now the Disney Magic, which is going to be sailing in Australia as well, doing kind of those New Zealand and Australia coast as well, and also the repositioning to Australia again. Incredibly sold out this year already, just because it was the first time they've ever done it. If you are interested next year, let me know. We can kind of put you on the radar for it and try and get you in there as quick as possible. You can also do transatlantic as well. So obviously the Dream has to come to Europe, has to go back to America, so you can do the transatlantic as well on board Disney if you wanted to. So the reason why we were going to do this is I was going to have an exclusive offer. So let's have a little look at those European sailings. Now, they are sailing this summer. So if you wanted to sail on kind of those limited 3 and 4-night sailings this summer, you totally can. I think they're sailing in August. However, they are pretty much sold out at the moment. So there's not much availability left. So you have to be kind of flexible with what cabin you want. However, 2024 is on sale now, and they put it on sale at the beginning of this year. So just to give you a little overview, these are kind of the retail prices. Now, I've based the prices on 2 adults, 2 children. So if you are thinking of going and you're a family of 4, these are the prices for that. If you've got a different size family, obviously just get in touch and I'll happily rework these prices for you. But just to show you, if you go on the website, we're the exact same price as this. If you book with us, just you get kind of our service and our knowledge built into it to kind of help you make the most out of it, make sure you don't miss out on any of those amazing activities on board. But What we're also doing is we're offering exclusive pricing as well. So you can just see the prices there. Let's say, for example, you want to do the 19th of August sailing, family of 4 in a balcony. So that one is going to be 3875. Now, bear in mind, that does include all your meals. It includes all your drinks. Soft drinks are included. So kind of if you want to have tea, coffee, sodas on board, that's all included. Ice cream's included. The entertainment's included. You know, you're getting a lot of inclusions for kind of that price you are paying. What we're doing is we've got exclusive pricing. So 3875 is the direct price if you go with Disney. But if you book with us now, we're bringing that down to 3758 as well. So we've got exclusive pricing on all of the sailings happening from Southampton next year, right the way up to that incredible 12-night Norwegian fjords and Iceland sailing if you did want to go on board for a long time. So I totally get that this is going to be on the more premium side of cruising, but the onboard level of service and the onboard quality is some of the highest in the cruise industry. Disney is rated as one of the best ships, I think, in the top 10 list of cruise lines to travel with. Disney is in that list as well, just for the overall level of service. We've never had any issues or complaints. The crew can't do enough for you. So keep that in mind when you are looking at that price. You are getting a lot included, and you're getting a lot of high quality stuff included as well. So definitely now's the time to think about it. The deposit's usually around about 20%. That's double check for the individual sailors just to check. So you can get that locked in at that price before it jumps up. And then obviously we can talk about paying the rest of the balance next year. Equally, if you are somebody who does want to sail then one of the Caribbean sailings, or maybe you want to kind of do one of the international sailings, or you want to do maybe the Med next year, then definitely feel free to get in touch with us. We'd love to help you. One thing to keep in mind, the European season is a premium. Just because there's only one ship doing it and it only does a limited number of engagements, the prices are higher because there's not as many sailings as that. However, if you wanted to do one of the 4-night sailings or the 3-night sailings, from Port Canaveral on board the Disney Wish, you're going to be paying a lot less because there are a lot more of them, and there's not as much of a premium because they're regular sailings type of thing. So just keep that in mind, that the European season is a premium on top of. So it won't be cheaper for you to fly to the Caribbean, but if you are somebody who maybe wanted to try Disney Cruise Line, but you don't want to pay that price to do it locally, but you're already planning to go to Walt Disney World, maybe look at doing, say, like a 10-day break in Walt Disney World and the theme parks, and then maybe add on a 4-day Disney cruise at the end of that as well. So you can kind of try and see if you think you enjoy it or not. But like I say, we are Disney specialists. We are Disney cruise specialists. So you can go no further and no better than kind of working with us and making sure you get the right sailing for you guys as well. So I know that's a lot of information. This has gone on for officially 6 minutes longer than I thought it would. But I just wanted to share that with you guys and just hope that you found that useful. There's a lot of information there about sailing with Disney as well. But if you are somebody who is looking to book a Disney cruise, then definitely get in touch with us. We'd love to help you. I'm going to use these because I've never used them before, but you can find us. If you're not already on the Facebook page watching this and you're watching this on YouTube or LinkedIn, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram under Magical TRVLR. If you want to get in touch with me, my email is kieran@magical-traveler.com. And again, you can find all our information on our website. A lot of the Disney stuff isn't on there just because Disney are very fussy about what imagery we use. So I don't have a lot on the website, unfortunately. But if you definitely have a little look on our website, you can find a little bit more information on as well about kind of cruising in general, about working with us. But that website is going to be magical-traveler.com. Other than that, guys, I hope you have an amazing Saturday. The weather's incredible, so that's probably why there's not a lot of people watching this now. But if you are watching this on repeat, definitely say hello, give us an ahoy. But yeah, definitely hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.